I control this team. Do as I say. Quietly reclaiming power through proof. Maybe this job just isn't right for you anymore. Mary stood by my desk, fingers tapping on a folder, her gaze sharp as a knife. I looked up, meeting her eyes. If you think I'm not fit for this role, then show me the severance. Otherwise, I'm not leaving. She froze, lips trembling slightly, a flash of disbelief in her eyes. What do you mean? Are you provoking me, Steve? I shrugged, my voice calm and steady. Not provoking. Stating facts. You've been scheduling me for the worst shifts, assigning meaningless, tedious tasks, and publicly criticizing my work in meetings. It's all documented. Her brow furrowed, tone sharpening. All of this is meant to train you, help you fit into the team. I let out a soft laugh. Training? Humiliating me in front of the whole company? Leaving me isolated and ignored? That's your idea of training? Her face twitched as if looking for a rebuttal, but our colleagues were quietly watching. Nobody dared speak. I stood and held my tablet up. The screen displayed 3 months' worth of task completion records, emails, and meeting videos. These are the facts. Every task completed as required, and yet you deliberately nitpicked. Mary gripped the podium, trying to regain authority. Steve, you shouldn't question management here. I'm your manager. You're supposed to follow orders. I stepped closer, voice calm but firm. Following doesn't mean tolerating humiliation. I respect facts, not titles. Murmurs ran through the room. A few colleagues nodded subtly. Mary's face darkened. She turned to leave, but I stepped forward. Mary, we need to address the problem, not cover it up. I've already submitted all evidence to HR. They'll handle it. She spun around, voice trembling. You think the company will side with you? Do you even dare? I replied evenly. I do. And I must. A few days later, HR formally opened an investigation. I watched Mary grow cautious. She no longer scheduled the worst shifts or mocked me in meetings. During a project assignment meeting, she tried to offload a task. Steve, you handle the new market analysis report. You're probably a better fit. I smiled faintly. Mary, I've done similar reports before, and you criticized my last one. This time, I'll document everything and submit it to HR so everyone can see the facts. Her face stiffened, voice low. You're challenging me. I shook my head. Not challenging, just showing the facts. Colleagues began whispering, some even asking for advice. I told them, document everything, stick to your principles, don't compromise lightly. A week later, during an executive meeting, HR presented my materials. Mary was called to explain, her voice shaking. I just thought Steve needed more training. Executives pointed out her pattern of oppressive and inappropriate behavior. The company decided to discipline her, demotion and bonus reduction. She looked at me in panic. Steve, you can't do this to me. I replied calmly. You brought this on yourself, Mary. She had no response, lowering her head, crushed by facts. I continued my work professionally, but every time I saw her handling menial tasks in the corner, fear in her eyes, I felt quiet satisfaction. Revenge served. Months later, she tried to regain authority but found no one listened. Her attempts faltered. She even stuttered during meetings, colleagues questioning her judgment. I observed calmly, a faint smile on my face, knowing each moment of her fear came from her earlier oppression of me. I maintained professionalism, recording every incident, ensuring each step was legally sound and supported. Every conversation became evidence. One lunch break, I found her in the corner. Steve, do you really want to ruin me? I sat calmly. I'm not ruining you. I'm just letting the facts speak. Fear and despair flashed in her eyes. But, how can I survive here now? I smiled faintly. You chose this path, Mary. A few days later, HR had her sign the disciplinary paperwork. Her hands shook, writing unsteady, almost dropping the documents. Steve, please give me a chance. I'll change. I promise. I shook my head. Chance was already given. Those who ignore facts and rules must face the consequences. She had no strength to resist, bowing her head, crushed by reality. Order returned to the office. Team morale improved, colleagues respected me, even seeking guidance on handling workplace conflict. I told them, gather evidence, stay calm, and never let emotion control you. That's how you protect yourself. Weeks later, her demotion and bonus reduction took effect. In her new role, burdened with trivial tasks, she could no longer dominate the team. Each moment of her trembling, each glimpse of helplessness, was a precise, calm retaliation executed with strategy. Mary never dared target me again or assert authority in front of the team. Her fear became proof of my revenge. I observed with quiet satisfaction. My retribution didn't need spectacle. Facts and evidence had shattered her. Day after day, I remained professional, documenting every abnormal behavior to ensure workplace oppression had nowhere to hide. Later, in a department meeting, I saw Mary try to direct a team member. Her voice still trembled. "Please finish the report quickly, I need." The team exchanged nervous glances. Nobody responded. She shot me a panicked look. I nodded. "Finish the task first, then report back." Her voice broke. "Steve, don't interfere," I replied calmly. "I'm just making sure work follows procedure." She clenched her teeth, pounding the table. You're provoking me." I smiled. "Not provoking, just the facts." After the meeting, she sat alone in the corner, hands clenched, shoulders shaking. Colleagues whispered about her changes. One quietly said to me, "She's really afraid of you now." I smiled faintly. She brought it on herself. Over time, the company realized her authority was gone. No one felt pressured by her position anymore. I continued to maintain professionalism, ensuring every task was executed correctly, letting facts and evidence stand behind me. Mary tried to regain control, but every attempt failed, deepening her fear and anxiety. She even tried filing complaints with HR, but the company rejected them based on her past behavior records. One afternoon, she rushed to my desk, voice sharp. "Steve, are you really going to keep doing this to me?" I looked up calmly. "I'm not doing this to you. I'm just letting the facts speak." Her face went pale, hands trembling. You won't let me go?" I smiled faintly. "You chose this path. Face the consequences." A senior executive walked by. "Mary, we need you to handle another department issue immediately." She nodded shakily, each step laborious. I watched her leave, calm and satisfied, revenge complete. Every tremor she showed became proof of my calculated strategy. Day after day, I maintained professionalism and composure. Each of Mary's failures and moments of fear reminded everyone, no matter your rank or power, anyone who tries to oppress colleagues will ultimately be undone by facts and evidence. I will always remain calm, firm, and professional, protecting my boundaries and rights, using strategy and evidence to ensure justice prevails in the most satisfying way.